As I stated in hundreds of videos, and yes, this gets annoying, a black lady did not create Kentucky Fried Chicken's recipe. As I stated before, where are these comments for who created Chick-fil-A's fried chicken, who created Popeye's fried chicken? All those were founded by white men. Church's chicken. Lee's famous recipe chicken was founded by my white cousin Lee Cummings, who was the Colonel's nephew. The recipe is not the original recipe to Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's his own recipe. I point this out in hundreds of videos. Yes, I get annoyed in these videos to the point where I get very agitated because it gets very annoying having this thrown in my face. As I have stated multiple times, people have multiple different black people that have originated the Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe in these rumors. The most used one is Miss Childress with this image, but this image I found was stolen from the Ladies' Home Journal magazine, January of 1925's publication, talking about snowdrift. The lady in the image is Sarah Clark, as it states in the paragraphs. And what has been forgotten in the name of trying to get the truth out there saying that Colonel Sanders stole the recipe like plankton from a black person is how the Ladies' Home Journal magazine had depicted Sarah Clark. The way that they mocked her speech. If this publication was published in 2025, there would be uproar about it. People would be outraged about it. But nobody talks about the lady in the image. They just gave her a fake name because a group of people decided that that image would fit the narrative and say that the black woman created Kentucky Fried Chicken's recipe. If you follow the history, Colonel Sanders had to raise my great-great-grandfather and my 3 great-aunt, his siblings, by cooking, because his father, my 3 great-grandfather, Wilbur David Sanders, died in his 20s on an Indiana farm when he fell off a ladder, got a cut on his leg, and died from the infection. So at 5 years old, the colonel being the oldest of the siblings, he had to start cooking. His mother, Margaret, my 3 great-grandmother, had to show him what to do. She took up a job in a canning factory in Indiana, and she also made clothes for the children in the area. She was a hard-working woman. She couldn't have the time to cook for the children, so she had Harlan do it. So Uncle Harley cooked, and he learned over years and years of cooking. The first thing he successfully cooked was a loaf of white bread, and he picked up his little sister, who was 2 years old at the time, and brought his brother, and they trekked across Henryville, Indiana, to the canning factory to show his mother the loaf of bread that he made. And they were so proud of that bread. As the years went on, he started mixing different seasonings from different recipes to create new recipes, which is what every cook in history has done. He knew he could take certain seasonings for dressing, certain seasonings for sausage, combine them, and come up with another good seasoning. So using that method, he created the 11 herbs and spices for Kentucky Fried Chicken. It took him from 1930 to 1940 to develop it perfectly to where it was to his liking. It's bad enough the corporation can't uphold his legacy the way that it should be, the way that they claim that they do. They can't get the quality right, they can't get the flavor right, they can't get the customer service right at every location. The marketing has completely misrepresented the Colonel to the public. But this rumor continues to surface and go around the world. I'm not afraid of this rumor. I know the truth on it. Like I said, there's 4 or 5 different people of color that is being told that they created the original recipe and Colonel Sanders stole it from them. Not only that, the other rumor is that his wife created the original recipe and he stole it from her. Or his first wife, Josephine King, who didn't know how to cook. He had to instruct her on how to cook. And better yet, both his first wife and his second wife's mother has been quoted as being the originator of the 11 herbs and spices. Both of those women were white. So there's not one person that we could get this rumor narrowed down to. But the most famous example is Miss Childress, who never existed. Maybe there was a Miss Childress back then. Maybe the name existed back then. I don't really know about that. But what I know is that this image and Childress being put together with this story is completely false and made up. But everybody that shares it doesn't know that.